silly girl. Hi. So Dawn's cleaning out the cast iron skillet this morning. If you have a cast iron skillet and you don't have this cleaning tool, it really does a great job.
Right, I agree. Well worth the like 15 bucks. It's stainless steel mace, but it's listed in Amazon under cast iron cleaning.
Yep. Thanks, buddy.
You're welcome, Mom.
Another on-time departure. Hi, Gray. Hi, Slate. They've all ate. Usually after they eat in the morning, they play. I'll ask Johnny to make sure everybody's clear. Good morning, Ruby. There's some sky color. 71 out there, on the way to 87 today. I don't think there's really any chance of rain, but you never know. Our big rain chance this week is going to be Wednesday. We're on time, and so far traffic is behaving, but then of course we haven't gotten very far yet. I promise I did not pre-select Van Halen Panama. The car just must have known that I needed some help waking up this morning. Johnny just asked me where the odometer was on Ruby. I pulled up trips for him. We're coming into downtown at 7:12 a.m. We've made really good time. I don't know what I'm going to do when all those other people are out on the road when regular school starts back. Because these mornings when it's just us out here, or, you know, not too many other kids in school, it's great. It's definitely great. So the splash pad was open for a whole day or two, and people were slipping on it. So they're having to refinish it and try to fix it. Thought that was kind of sad. Ruby and I are here in downtown Raleigh this morning at the Museum of Natural Sciences. A few years ago, they added on a new addition and a lot of new exhibits, including this wonderful Earth globe here out of the street. It's certainly quite eye-catching as you drive down Jones Street and see it for the first time. Inside the structure is a multi-level IMAX type screen, and they continuously run a beautifully done HD, maybe 4K movie that has a lot of nature and landscapes and just beautiful pictures. I know a lot of folks in downtown Raleigh that work in the legislative offices nearby. They stop by just for their lunch to regroup and watch the movie for a few minutes because it's really relaxing in there. The kids usually have to pull me out of the theater. I enjoy it so much. In front of me is the old part of the museum. You'll see this blue tinted glass dome at the top of the building. That's where the dinosaur exhibit is, and there are pterodactyls flying over there. The kids and I have a lot of memories of going to visit that. And then here, right by the globe, is the new edition with lots of new exhibits. And they actually have labs in there that kids can sign up to come in and do science experiments. I hope you enjoyed stopping by with Ruby and I this morning. It's a really pretty day out here, and it's just nice out here in the sunshine. A demonstration of approaching Ruby from the front. See how she barely opened the door, and then when I got behind her, she finished. Well, I really enjoyed stopping there at the Daily Planet and taking some 360 video and pictures. That was a lot of fun. Now I'm headed back to Fuquay. We're out of several essentials that I need to stop at Walmart, particularly Tide. I need some washing machine detergent, so I will be running in really quick. I played a little longer than I meant to down there, but that's okay. So they were here in the parking lot last night, last few days, and they've added some stop sign markings, especially over here at the major in and out intersection. I don't know how good that's going to help. What would have helped is if they had made that a little wider to begin with, because when you come in and you try to make the right turn coming into the shopping center and come towards me. It's really tight if somebody's already waiting over there. Yep, Fuquay-Varina now has its very own monopoly. Don was reading in the newspaper yesterday that they've sold over 500 of these here at Walmart, and they've been in and out of stock. And fortunately today, since I want to buy one, it looks like they've gotten some new ones back in. I'm home. I can tell Don watered for me. I really appreciate that. Certainly some of the coleus plants, as big as they are now, they really need a good bit of water. Come on, guys. Come on, come here, Tuxie. Greg can be stubborn and stay over there if she needs to. Hey, bud. Hi. It's 1:30 and I'm headed to pick up Johnny. And there's a rare glimpse of Panther off the front porch. Hopefully Tux isn't anywhere around. Hey, buddy. Panther. Bye. I appreciate the very early warning here about 1-lane road ahead. Hopefully that means they're paving today. And also that they've told us here in plenty of time to turn into the neighborhood and take the alternate road. Yeah, the squeak's not any better, if you were wondering. Hasn't improved any. Boy, am I enjoying that Carolina sky this afternoon. It is just fabulous. I love driving in the afternoon when the sun's behind me and the sky looks like this. It's just incredible. It's beautiful. I promise. I mean, seriously promise. I've been a good girl. Really. I'm entering downtown at 2:09 p.m. That's just about perfect. Johnny was pretty excited to discover that the Fuquay-Varina poly was in the back, and he confirms that Stick Boy is one of the locations. We're home. Johnny says he's got math homework again. It's nice to have a few minutes in the car to catch up. He asked me about my day. I told him about the Daily Planet. I asked him about his day. He told me about his math homework. Michelle's going to be excited. There's a spirit store coming to Fuquay next to Planet Fitness, which is next to the Taekwondo school. Yeah, I got Johnny dropped off at Taekwondo, and I'm over here playing Pokemon at Walmart. And there's a red Model 3 here. Yay! So the answer to the question about where the old Walmart shopping carts went to is that they're just piled up along the back of the store. I'm driving around downtown Fuquay now, and I'm relieved to say that I think the headache, the really bad pounding headache I've had for the last 2 hours, is starting to calm down some. It was pretty bad, worst one in a long time, so I'm glad it's starting to, I took some Excedrin, I'm glad it's starting to help. So now that Johnny and I are in the car driving every day again, you know, morning and afternoon, I'm starting to talk to him about traffic and safety and driving and why I make some of the decisions that I do in traffic and that kind of thing. And today on the way home, a driver, I was in the right-hand lane. It was on 401 coming into Fuquay. He came up from behind me out of nowhere and basically cut me off enough that I moved over into the shoulder when I felt him coming or saw him coming. He was trying to get between me and a car in the left lane and past that car on the right. And then when he got past us, he was weaving in and out of traffic going down the road. It was nothing personal with me or the other car that was in the left lane. This person was just in a rush, and I thought driving not very carefully. But I asked Johnny if they still talk about looking in your mirror to the right, and if you can see over your shoulder too. If you can see the whole front of the car over there in the mirror, then it's supposed to be okay for you to move to the right. And if it's not, then you need to wait until you can see the whole front of the car. Well, let me assure you, first off, Johnny said yes, they talked about that at driver's ed. He remembered that. And secondly, this car today, I doubt he could have seen like any of my car. Like I said, I felt so endangered by him that there was a wide shoulder there. I actually moved over into the shoulder. Now I'll show you the dash cam footage and you're gonna go, yeah, that looked a little close. But remember, the dash cam footage always makes everything look farther away than it really was. There were several incidents today in and out of Raleigh that may have caused me to say a word or two that I'm not supposed to. Definitely feeling it about being in, you know, downtown Raleigh again. Some of the infringement on my lane is my biggest complaint, where people are just like, well, there's something in my lane. Poof, I'll just come into your lane. They don't look, they don't care. Yeah. And then sometimes pedestrians do stuff they shouldn't do. They don't cross at the crosswalk, or they don't bother to look at you or make eye contact. So I'm trying to only ease into that traffic pattern again. Yeah. Yeah. Wanted. And I went home and I've got stuff loaded into my computer, so that's helpful. God, I could just tell he was going to do that. The other thing that happened on the way home was that in the northbound 401 lanes coming out of Fuquay, there were several wood pallets and some blue insulation styrofoam that were in the middle of the road. And one of the pallets was cracked up pretty bad, splintered wood chunks. I don't know if that's because it broke when it fell, probably, or somebody else had already hit it. But I told Johnny, I said, let's call the non-emergency Fuquay Arena Police Department number and let them know that there's, you know, hazardous debris in the road. I didn't see anyone trying to pick it up, but even if they were out there, that's a dangerous place for them to be without some blue lights telling people to slow down. So I don't know what happened after I called, but I'll know tomorrow morning if the debris isn't there or if it's better off the road than it was. There was a hill there, so you'd come over the hill and there was the debris. So it really wasn't in a flat, you could see it from far away. It was in sort of a particularly bad spot. But I told Johnny, I said, you know, that's one of the things you could call an, you know, non-emergency, ask the police to go out and check it out, because, you know, if someone's car could be damaged or they're going to run over that, it's really not safe for you necessarily to get out and move it because you don't have flashing lights. But, you know, something a cop could come and check out when he's not on some other more important emergency. So, yeah, school goes on even after the school day ends. Oh, wow. All that crap's out all over the road. Do you survive class?
Yes.
Yeah, hot in there?
Yeah, it really is.
Potatoes in the toaster. Brussels sprouts here. Sauteed onions here. I got some yummy steaks in here. So we're doing intermittent fasting.
Yeah.
That may be why I had the headache earlier. I think it was because I had caffeine, but it wasn't coffee.
Yeah, so now I get my supper.
Yeah, and that's it.
That's the only thing
until
I've had
tomorrow night's supper.
Yeah, that's all I've had to eat.